Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here goes Hut. 55. You're right. Ready? Slam. Set. Ready? Switch. Back.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Coleman here on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 38, Darnold. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Watch the edge.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman. His 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Lions nothing. Randy Bullock set to
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Check, check, check. Hand. Drill right, 22. Watch the shit. Look at him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Check the backer, check the backer. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. My 55, my set. Get the ball.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, Stafford here. He'll rifle this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Darnold down to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Get in the right one. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
To number 86. Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Lions nothing.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give. Darnold rolling to his right. It's caught by Coleman. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
First down, Steelers.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
What's that? 55, 55. Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming. Hey, lady, coming after you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Check three, check three, check three. Shit, shit, shit. Check three, check three. Hello, lady. Hey, lady.
Now it's Darnold. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Boston Scott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again. Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Max 50. Max 50. Max 50. Coming.
Alert!
Hey. 50. 50 the mic. 50 the mic.
Stafford looks to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
What's that? 280.
50. Mike 50.
Hey, give me radar.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got him.
Hey, orbit.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready. 280.
Your track.
Hey, 5-0.
Check 24. Watch 24. Hatchet.
Hey, hot.
Run.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Mike's 50. Get that.
To the air again, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Off of play action, Darnold. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 31-yard line.
That's it, buddy.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's complete. Stills. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike.
Hey, 54.
This is our time, guys. This is our time.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, middle.
Mike 50, Mike.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get off the field. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got one. Here we go. 50.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And Stills bringing it in. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
He's crossing. He's checking crash. Red 80. The red 80.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
55. Check 55, Mike. 55. 65! Jumper!
To throw is Darnold. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Now, let's run. Check 50, check 50. Undercut.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Check 13.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Stills, right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Switch.
Now Stafford. On the left side, this is Stills. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Shift. Begin. Under 10. 10. Hey, check 24. He's coming. Hey, 50. He's coming, double up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
No.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and a yard at the 42-yard line.
32!
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Switch. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check.
Easy, alert!
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Hey, alert!
Hey, watch it.
59!
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey. 40 got.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Point after here coming up.
Let's go.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
You can't block me. Sponge.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Shit.
Play action. It's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
4 down, check, 4 down. Mike's 50. Tighten up.
32.
Switch. 36.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Showing up. Jim.
21.
Check. Crunch.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Slam. Safe.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Deshaun Hand in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man complete. He's at the 40, 30, the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Darnold now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And Anderson's got it. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Set! 180!
Check 55, Mike. Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Rerun! Recon, 132 fighter!
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set! Yellow 20!
Hey, eat. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Ready! Yellow 20! We ain't giving them nothing today.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.